Your new Total Wine in Lincoln has the largest selection of wines, spirits, and beers, plus totally low prices and friendly service from our helpful guides. With over 8,000 wines, 4,500 spirits, and 2,500 beers, you're sure to find your favorites and something new. You can even order delivery, in-store, or curbside pickup. Find what you love what you find, only at Total Wine and More. Now open in Lincoln next to Gateway Mall.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
At Allo, we go beyond internet, bringing you faster speeds backed by an all-fiber network. We go beyond TV and phone service, delivering reliable, crystal clear connections. We go beyond customer service with local teammates and no robots for a hassle-free experience. We go beyond value, offering transparent prices with no contracts, hidden fees, or data caps. We even go beyond our office doors by working, hiring, volunteering, and living in the communities we serve. Go beyond fiber. Sign up today at allofiber.com.
Yesterday, your water heater worked just fine. Today, surprise! When you're out of hot water, just call the plumbers at Bryant. In most cases, you can get same-day water heater replacement. What you won't get is a costly surprise with the bill. At Bryant, the price you're quoted is the price you'll pay. No last-minute extras for piping or ventilation alterations. Need a new water heater? Just call Bryant, 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here, summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with the child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is the Don't Punt Hour with former Nebraska receiver.
Throwing over the middle, completes the pass. He's got speed to the end zone. Touchdown! 45 yards.
And return specialist.
This time he beats the kicker in one more.
DeMornay Pierson-El.
Not only does the sideline have confidence in Pierson-El, but Pierson-El has confidence in Pierson-El.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome in. Don't Punt Hour. Harrison Owens on the ones and twos. We got the morning Pierson-El streaming in, and you guys can join in 402-464-5685. That is the Starter Human text line. You can put a face to the voice, Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo Channel 961. With that being said, we'll go ahead and bring him in. Good morning, Pierson-El. How's it going on what is a nice and sunny Sunday? DC in Lincoln.
Forgot your days there for a second?
I did. It's Monday. I worked Saturday, Sunday, which is a little bit different, and my allergies are like on a 9 out of 10 right now. So yeah, I'm a little bit hazy.
My allergies haven't got me yet, so I'm feeling good. You know, It's heat, so I can't complain.
Well, stay off this block. They found 1040 O Street. I'll say this much: it's not safe around here. If you got allergies, they'll catch you here because it's. I noticed it's Saturday, and it's one of those when you just when you wake up, you just like it's gonna be a long one, and then throughout the day it gets a little bit better just for it to reset tomorrow morning. So if you hear my voice at times be a little bit scratchy, apologies, but you'll just have to put up with it the same way I will. So good morning, Pierson-El. How's it going on a Monday night?
Not too bad at all.
All right, well, that's fantastic. We do got Royals on the brick and mortar, though. Kansas City Royals, Houston Astros hasn't started yet. I think it's around 7:10, so should be starting off shortly. Royals 24-18, Astros 20-19. That goes today, tomorrow, and I believe Wednesday. Thursday we'll be back live on the FM waves. But I think we got to start with the breaking news. We had the NBA lottery, and that kicked off around 6 o'clock.
They can't keep getting away with this.
Maybe Nico Harrison knew all along. Maybe that was part of the deal, because the Dallas Mavericks, with the 1.8% chance, landed the number one pick in what could be the biggest draft in the past 10 years, simply because the one guy only, and his name is Cooper Flagg. Good morning, Pierson-El. Just your thoughts on the NBA lottery, and more importantly,
are they taking Flagg? I mean, I know I would, but
yeah, they're absolutely taking Flagg. That man alone, they're saying that man alone could be worth like $500 million, just right off the gate, for how much he's going to sell jersey wise.
So are the Maverick fans okay with this? Like,
I don't know.
I understand what I understand, Luka, and what all that comes with that. But if they get Flagg, that's, I mean, he's you have a smaller AD, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. For the Mavs fan, like, I'd imagine it's you're like leaving a relationship because you caught the man cheating on you, but then he gets you a boat. Like maybe it's a horrible analogy, but like that's kind of where it's at. Like Cooper Flagg sweetens the deal, because you do think about that. Kyrie Irving, Cooper Flagg, Klay Thompson.
It's more so like you got caught cheating or something like that, and the one who was cheated on, the new piece like is okay. It ain't a 300. It's a Phantom.
Yeah,
so,
there we go.
It's like
Rolls Royce.
New piece is like better. You like, oh, wait a minute. Like, they kind of stunting on the old thing a little bit. It's more so like that.
That new one's just a new level, though. Entirely new spectrum.
You know what I mean? Everything, 2026, 2 years into the future, so, I mean, if I'm Dallas fans, you definitely have to be excited. I mean, you have a superstar phenom, that's coming into, the ranks of things. You got Kid who, has done well for himself there. I understand, they got hurt late and whatnot, but you got an athletic, I mean, he can play 1 through 5 and be perfectly fine. AD's coming back. Kyrie's going to come back healthy. And so, I mean, you kind of reload it and make things interesting. And I think with Jason Kidd there, I mean, you have a healthier kid, you have a more in shape type person. So, I mean, the sky's the limit of what, he's going to be. I mean, he might be a, more athletic Dirk. I mean, that's what you would hope.
Well, he's more athletic right off the rip. If he has that type of touch, I mean, yeah, then he'd be unstoppable. Over at Duke, just for that last year, he was averaging about 30 minutes a game, 20 points, 7.5 rebounds, 4 assists, and about 1.5 blocks, 1.5 steals, and 2 turnovers. But he shot the ball at 48% and about 40% from 3, 38.5% from 3, if you want to be specific. So he's got really good shooting numbers. I just think that team stays healthy. That's the biggest thing for.
They're going to be a problem.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great, solid unit. And then I don't know who that other starter could be.
So my question is, now that it's pretty much played out because I mean, it is what it is. It's like,
yeah, they're gonna pick it up.
Are you okay with the Luka trade? Like, does that make the trade better?
No, that is just so lucky. That is so lucky.
But I'm saying, does it ease the pain?
Yes, it eases the pain. It's the boat. Like, you know, you feel bad, take the boat out. I like it eases the pain, but you're definitely not happy. At least for me. And we'll get to the other part of this. Unknown texter 8661 says, as a Spurs fan, my heart couldn't handle that lottery. Felt like God was a Spurs fan for a second. So the way they do the lottery is you're slowly eliminating the team. So there's 3 teams left. If your team isn't called yet, you're like, oh my God,
we're in. We got a chance.
And then there's 2 teams left. And if you're a Spurs fan, you're like, oh my God, we might just get another one. And they got the number 2 pick overall, which is great. But if the Spurs would have landed the number 1 pick again, Victor Wembanyama, Cooper Flag, and it's cheap money, and you're still in the market to try to pull Giannis Antetokounmpo.
That's too much. Like the league would have shut that down.
No. Are you kidding me?
They would shut that down.
Feels like Adam Silver in the league doesn't shut anything down anymore. Feels like that was the thing of the past. Medieval times of the NBA.
So you say, I mean, there's a lot of things that we don't know, like that happened behind closed doors, like this trade. So, who's to say?
The trade definitely raises some eyebrows. Like, you can't see the Mavericks, like, somehow they get the lottery. Nico Harrison never got fired for what was the dumb. I'm still going to say it's a stupid trade, no matter how you shape it. AD, of course, gets hurt in the playoffs. Luka just looks out of shape. And of course, they draw the number 1 in the lottery.
It's fair. I mean, it was written.
Do you think the lottery has been set up in the past?
That'd be very hard to do. Like that's a lot of parts that have to have their hand in things to make things go right. You know what I mean? It's potentially, I mean, anything's possible, but to say, oh, it's rigged or this and that, I don't think so.
Yeah, there isn't enough.
Because I mean, who would let Wemby go down to San Antonio and this whole situation with Pop happen? You know what I mean? So I don't think it's rigged. Like that's, I mean, same thing with the NFL being scripted. Like there's a lot of there are a lot of playing parts. It's different when the refs were on the take and they could kind of change the outcome of the game, or you're playing players off to throw the game. That's completely different. This, like that, it's just not a simple fix, plug and play, and like, oh, we can make this happen. Like, no, you have to have a lot of working parts all sync up at the same time, continuously, year after year, and nobody catches it. No, I'm not. I don't think that's. I'm not having that.
All right, no tinfoil hat for the morning Pierson-El. I happen to agree. There's just not enough there. We'll go through this, and then I got another question for you in terms of the lottery. Here's the rest of the lottery, 1 through 14 for you. So, like we said, 1, Cooper Flag. We already know the answer. He's going to be a Dallas Maverick. 2, you have the Spurs. 3, 76ers. 4, Hornets. 5, Jazz. 6, Wizards. 7, Pelicans. 8, the Nets. 9, Raptors. 10, the Houston Rockets. And we won't go all the way through 14. I want to ask you, we couldn't do it since the draft already started, but, rewind time here. Who do you think was the most deserving of the number 1 pick in this year's lottery draft? Like, if you could go hand it to the team that you really believe needs it and deserves it, who are you going to give it to?
I would say either the Sixers or the Wizards.
What about the Jazz?
Who cares about the Jazz?
Apparently not even God himself. They've never had a number 1 pick ever. Like in their entire existence. They just don't. So yeah, apparently no one does. I'm sorry for asking.
Who wants Cooper Flag in Morgantown? Come on now, like that's the NBA would have they would have made something change for that. That wouldn't.
I think they do every year. Apparently, never ever. Like they've had some really bad years. For them to never have the number 1 pick I think the NBA does get involved, is what it feels like. But anyways, the Utah Jazz, they don't get their pick once again. Who else? What were the teams you threw in there?
Washington or the Wizards or the 76ers.
Okay, what about Charlotte?
That would have been fine. That would have been cool. He would have stayed in Carolina.
Yeah, I just think about the Hornets is like I feel bad for them, and then at the same time, I don't want good players to go there because it just kind of their careers get wasted. I was a big Kemba Walker fan, and just watching his entire career dwindle away.
It hurt.
And then just for him to be a Celtic for a while, experience some success, has the injury, and then he was just kind of a shell of himself. Like that was again another great point guard to just go through multiple All-Star years and nothing ever came of it. 76ers, I don't know what it is about Philly. They've had the opportunity to grab the East for that longest period, especially when the Celtics were hitting the wall over and over and over again. And they had, Ben Simmons, a good Ben Simmons at the time. It was actually putting up decent regular season stats. Paul George, Joel Embiid. Who else was on that? They had Harris, I think, at that point in time was on that. They had a really good group of superstars and role players. And I don't know, for whatever reason, whether it's the head coach and Rivers or some of the changes they had, like they can never.
I mean, they were right there, and Kawhi just silenced him. Like that hurt.
Yeah,
it's been heartbreak after heartbreak. I think when you have a Philly team in just about probably any sport, I would say competing in things, it makes things a little bit more fun, and just the intensity and what they bring to the table of stuff. So that's why I say like the Sixers, and I feel like that would make the East a little bit more competitive. People get tired of watching the same 2 or 3 teams, and that's pretty much it.
Okay, a few more things on the draft. And again, a little bit different since it's already started. But if you were Cooper Flag, and you can go back, give me the most desirable location for the number 1 pick in the draft. And in this case, it's good. Obviously, it was Cooper Flag. But what was the best possible landing situation for him?
Out of the top 10 or the top 5?
Out of the teams that had any sort of chance, which was 1.8, really those 14 teams that I listed, which was the best landing? Just throw on the whole NBA. So everybody had the same odds to get the number 1 pick. Best possible spot for a guy like Cooper Flag. I'll say Mavericks actually works out pretty well for him.
I mean, that one, with them getting that, I'm like, you can't have it any better.
Yeah, right? You
got an ISO person that's going to be coming back that can find you. He can set up his own shots and everything like that. You got AD that's, kind of a rim protector to where you don't necessarily have to do that. Like you can carve out your role. You got Clay that's still there or should still be there. You have a lot of people that take the heat off of you. You know what I mean? Early on. Now, will people gravitate you to would people gravitate to like stopping you and everything like that? Potentially, but you don't have to really, set up, your shots or whatnot. Kyrie can drive, penetrate, or, set you up. He can hit you. Clay can hit you. AD can hit you. That's probably one of the perfect, landing spots. It's like you getting there. You could say, I think you said the Rockets were at 10. The Rockets would have been nice.
Yeah. I think personally, and this is my bias as well, but you talk about big city markets that need a pulse. Chicago would have been a good spot too.
That wouldn't have been bad.
Damn. All right.
I mean, were they in the top 10? I don't think you said them.
They would have the same odds as the Mavericks. There's about a 1.8% chance.
See, I was going off the people that you said in the top 10. So I mean,
they got the 12th, but they had a chance to land top 10 as well.
But I mean, it could have been nice there. But again, like he would have to create a lot more. Like the focal point would have been on him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's like people. All right, well, let's see what the rookie can do. Throw everything. With the Mavericks, like he's not gonna get the whole kitchen sink thrown at him. Like the Mavericks are a deadly team that you have to watch out about. You have a Hall of Fame coach that understand stuff. You got probably 3 Hall of Famers that's on that team. To like I said, I mean, will he be the number one option there starting off? Probably not. Depending on how healthy things are. Will he be the number one option? No. Will he be the number 2 option? I mean, that's debatable. So, I mean, you can kind of, like I said, carve out his roles with things and whatnot. So, I mean, him being in there is probably a perfect situation because you catch and shoot, catch and cut, lobs, I mean, the possibility of what can happen with, the 3 players or their 3 stars that's out there that should be back healthy. You can kind of, like I said, play his kind of game, up pace, upbeat, until things get comfortable. And you might have I don't think you'll have the strongest defensive player on him to start off. You know what I mean. And if teams play in zone, you can pick and pop and shoot any mid range or beyond the 3 or whatnot. So I mean it's probably perfect for him. It just depends on how long that they're going to keep that team together.
Yeah, and it's actually a really good fit.
It's very sickening. It's like, how does this happen?
It's kind of, because the Mavericks are just kind of like a matchup problem as well now. Because, if you do throw out Klay Thompson, you got to stay glued to him. Kyrie Irving's unique. You got to make sure you have somebody with that speed to stay in front of him on top of Anthony.
PJ can go off.
Yeah, and now you have Cooper Flagg, who is going to have the size to anybody who's, too short. You're going to find out pretty quick. And he's big enough as well to go grab rebounds and contest the bigs at the rim. Yeah, Mavericks are.
I mean, he's going to be the 3rd option scorer, honestly. Like with the 3rd, maybe 4th, with potentially moving up.
I mean, it's going to depend on the night for a guy like him. Like early on,
Kyrie can call his own shot whenever he wants to. AD probably the offense will run through. Klay will have a streaky night here and there. So I mean, at best, you're sitting at 3. If Klay's streaky, or however he comes back. So I mean, you're the 3rd, option, just walking in day 1, and you can get you a easy 15 with the other 2.
Don't burn those shirts yet, Mavs fans. I wonder if there's like Mavs fans that did burn some of their gear and was like, all right, I want it back. Because, I mean, oh, man, what a turn of events. On the flip side of that same question, give me the worst spots to be for any player that would enter the draft if they were the number 1 overall pick. Name the city that you're like, all right, I'm going to the league, but this is not ideal.
You could throw Charlotte in there just because of what we said of things. Utah, like I said, who wants to be in Utah?
See, for me, there's bell cow in this one. There's one that beats everybody else.
I would say the Lakers too, honestly.
Not the Lakers for me. That line might still pretty good while it's there.
But I mean, the Lakers had a number 1 draft pick last year who was pretty damn good. And did we hear about him? No, they tried to trade him away, and that didn't happen. So, I mean, not only do you have LeBron that you kind of had to take a second seat to, a back seat to, now you got Luka and LeBron. So it's like, if you are, the number 1 pick, like that would be horrible to be in there. Like, oh yeah, it might be nice here and there, but when you really look at it, it's like, well, when am I gonna eat? I don't even think we've seen their rookie, the guy out of Tennessee, really play like that all season long.
Not the team I'm thinking of, though. You were close with saying, "What am I going to eat?" The other team is really not great with getting their 1st round picks.
Who?
Think South.
Miami?
No, so South in terms of good eating.
I don't like guessing games. Like, just say it.
This the New Orleans irrelevant team. No one even thinks about the Pelicans. But
I mean, but I would rather go there than Charlotte.
Charlotte's bad, but I At least with Charlotte, it's not by much, but there's some.
New Orleans
just got rid of Griffiths as well. Their GM.
The Pelicans have had a better, even in the last couple of years, they've had a better run than Charlotte, and Charlotte's in the weaker division. Like, you got to think, like, the Pelicans, I was going to say a few years ago, they were a playoff team, were they not?
Yeah, they were playing, I believe. They're playoffs though, yeah.
So I mean, I would take
Charlotte's been in those playing as well. They're both pretty bad. You might be right, but it's not by
not by much.
Yeah, okay. We can make on that. I don't think you want to get your name called for either of those locations. Other than that, I think those are probably the two worst in the league that you could get called up to.
I'm still going Utah and Charlotte.
Utah, yeah. Utah can be uncannily good though. Something about where they'll have some years where they pop off. It might be the most boring.
They haven't been good since Donovan Mitchell left. You haven't heard anything about Utah since then.
The year after Donovan left was that year. They were surprised. They started off the year super hot. We're like 2 in the West, and then they fell off. And then I think they got into the playoffs to like the 7 or maybe even 6 seed. But yeah, you're right. There hasn't been really nothing to write off about.
I'm not going to Utah. I'm good.
I think those are probably the worst places. You could say San Antonio, but because of the culture there, hard to really say San Antonio. We'll see what it looks like, 10 years after Greg Popovich. But right now, there's still too much history there to even suggest that place. That's all I really got right now with the NBA lottery. We'll talk about the actual NBA playoffs as well as might as well get to this before we do go to break, though. We do got Nebraska softball. Shout out to them. They are going to the Baton Rouge for their regionals, and they got LSU, UConn, and Southeast Louisiana is in there as well. And like I said, that is Nebraska softball for the Baton Rouge. Nebraska baseball, they just got to win and stiff arm Purdue. They're right there around that cutoff. There's still a chance for them to miss the Big Ten baseball tournament altogether, which would be a fall far from grace, considering last year they were the winners of the Big Ten tournament. With that being said, though, we'll go ahead throughout the break. Don't go anywhere. Don't punt tower. Good morning, Pierson-El, Harrison Arns. Talk to you in a bit.
Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197. You grew up on cereal for breakfast and you graduated into drinking coffee at some point as an adult. Now there's a place in Lincoln where you can stay caffeinated but eat like you used to. Control Coffee and Cereal Bar brings Saturday morning vibes to every day with locally roasted specialty coffees, Lotus energy drinks, and tons of breakfast cereals with toppings. And did we mention they have video games to play while you're there too? Control Coffee and Cereal Bar open 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the weekends at 15th and Pine Lake. Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start a new career. Apply today at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships, one with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
All right, welcome back in. Segment number 2, Don't Punt Hour. DeMornay Pierson-El streaming in. Harrison Arns back at 1040 O Street in the corner at the Ticket Studios. You guys can always join in via the text line and any of the streams. All right, DeMornay Pierson-El. We'll stick to NBA here. We do got Knicks Celtics going on right now. 51-44. Celtics leading it with about 6 minutes left to go in the second quarter. The series, the Knicks actually leading it 2-1 right now. Also, the last time we spoke was Cavs Pacers. Pacers win that one, and they extend the series 3-1, as well as the Thunder catch another game on the Nuggets, make that series tied up 2-2. Let's start with the game that's going on right now before it actually ends up landing. 51-44. First off, who do you got in tonight's game?
It's back in Boston, or is it? It's still in New York, right?
Let's see. What is this? This is game 4 right now. So game 4, that's in New York.
I got Boston winning tonight.
Jason Tatum's off to a good start with 18 points. White's got 14.
I don't think they'll go 3-1 right now. Not Boston. Like it'd be. I mean, it could happen, but I got Boston finally woke up and you know they kind of like, all right, let's play our game. I mean, but they won by 20 points the other day. So,
yeah, and it was comfortable the whole way through.
And I mean, in all three games, New York has started the same way, and the last time it cost them the game. So I mean, you down a whole lot, and then you end up coming and winning back by so many points. They can't have those type of games. So I got Boston winning.
Yeah, they got the lead right now, so that helps as well. But no, give me the Celtics. One thing about Boston, as much as last time I was talking about them, harping on the salary and how much the luxury tax might be, the team does stay pretty calm. You do not see a ton of panic out there in the press game conferences. Same thing from the coach as well, Missoula. You don't see a whole lot of panic. So there is something to be said about that Celtics team and how often they've been there, that it does seem to come through, especially later in these series. So give me Boston. And then if it's 2-2 series, I mean, I think then the Knicks hype dies down a little bit, at least in terms of the fan base. If it does get 2-2, Celtics win tonight, you got the Celtics pulling out the rest of the series.
Yeah.
In 6 or 7?
6.
Yeah, I do think as well. I just, once Celtics get going, this is as ugly as Brown and Tatum have looked. These games have been awfully too close for the Knicks. Especially that overtime win they had. That was a horrible, horrible shooting night from the 3-point line, and they still required overtime, at least from the Knicks, to pull through. So give me Boston as well. And if they win this series, make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, then they find themselves with the Pacers or Cavs. And the Cavs, even though they got Garland and Mobley back, didn't matter.
Disappointing. Just flat out disappointing in their showing. You're the number 1 seed. And I understand, they're scrappy and they're doing everything right. They're Indiana is winning and making the games that they need to win. Like they're not letting Cleveland get comfortable. And it's like the 2 games that the first 2 games you let get away. You know what I mean? It's like you should have had game 2. You dropped that one. They dug a hole, and it's their own fault.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. Even when you knew you're especially going to be down with Garland and Mobley, those are times where you see Donovan Mitchell go off for 48 points. You have to win that game.
Got to.
There's no somebody else on that team, and we went through it before. Ty Jerome, I think he was 1 for 14 in that game, or 2 for 14. It was a horrible, horrible shooting night. And that's where just one guy has to make 2 more shots, because Donovan Mitchell's carrying the weight of 3 starters right now. And you can find any of that. And now that you have the guys back, and even if you have a bad night with that starting core, the Pacers, I mean, they understand now they got all the fire in the world to really close it out, knowing that you guys are back to full health. So to me, the Pacers got all the momentum. That being said, though, that gives you a Pacers and likely Celtics, the way you or me are thinking. The way the Pacers are playing, they don't really care. Pacers, Celtics.
It's still going to be Boston.
Okay.
That type of game that they'll try to run with Boston. Boston will little brother them. Boston, go back to the porch, little dog. Don't come off the sidewalk. Don't come in the street with the big dogs. That's cute, but it ain't cute enough. You know what I mean? I think for Boston, you almost rather play the Pacers than Cleveland. I think Cleveland matches up with them better. Cleveland has more of a threat to get things done. Indy is clicking right now. That's fine and dandy, but what happens when that run out? Because we've seen Tyler have terrible games, and it's like, yeah, you pulled it out with some help with them having some of their starters and key roles not being able to play, so you kind of got bailed out there. You try that with Boston, but Boston will kick you and put you right back on the porch where they kind of belong.
Yeah, and they just got. I think if you're Boston, you'd rather see. I think you would much rather see the Cavaliers, or excuse me, the Pacers, because they don't have as much depth. And the Cavs, if the Cavs catch some heat and they avoid a sweep here, or gentleman's sweep, I should say, since they already do got the one win. There is a chance for those guys to come back. Fortunately, I do think the Pacers are just hot right now. And the Celtics, they've been to the Eastern Conference Finals so many times. I do think they probably will just big brother their way into another finals. But then over in the West, I still I got no good feel at all about anything. What was one of the most boring first quarters you could have asked for in playoff basketball between the Thunder and the Nuggets. I think at the end of the first,
I told you that it's just a boring series. It gets on my nerves. I said that after the first game. It's like I really don't want to pay attention to them. Like I don't know if I think it's OKC, honestly. Because Denver, I'll watch Denver, and every now and then, maybe for a half, like it'll get boring for them. But with OKC, like every time I watch them, I'm just like, I'm ready to take a nap.
Is it the foul baiting?
I don't know what it is. It's just it's not exciting. It's not. They have superstars, you know. I think Shea is definitely a superstar. I think, you know, but like I said, his game is just. It's not a Kyrie. It's not an Allen Iverson. It's not even a Melo. Melo was physical. Mm-hmm. It's not a Tracy McGrady. It's not an Ant. It's not a Curry. It's his own type of style, but it's just very boring to me. I don't know. I may be a hater. Call it what you want. It's just not very appealing. Like I don't want to go to rush to the TV and let me see what Shea and them are doing. Like it's very mild. It's very bland. It's not even it's less exciting than what like San Antonio is, and that's saying something. And that for real.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I know what you're saying. I couldn't tell you what it is though. First, if a team as good as that, it doesn't feel like you're.
It's not flashy. It's not high flying. It's not entertaining. It's like, yeah, y'all win and everything like that, but my goodness, like I'm ready to go to bed by halftime.
Yeah, I wonder why that is. Because like if you think of like that Warriors team that broke the record for, you know, regular season wins, if you turn that team on, you're like, yeah, I can see it. Like this team's unreal. Yeah, I don't know what that is with the Thunder. Like obviously they're a good team.
Yeah.
They are a team when it's like one of those where you look up and they're like, oh, they're up by 20. You don't
I'd rather watch the Rockets. I'd rather watch the Knicks. I'd rather watch the Warriors.
All right, you tell me when you wouldn't rather watch him. Lakers.
I would rather watch the Lakers.
Clippers.
Before Game 7?
Just regular season.
I think the Clippers got him beat by a little bit. Like I still would rather watch the Clippers.
Okay, I'm just trying to find the respect margin here. Pelicans.
They're about the same.
That's crazy. Okay. Hornets.
I would probably watch OKC more so than the Hornets.
See, that's all right. At least with the Hornets to get LaMelo Ball. I could tell you what you're getting with the Pelicans. But sure. I just wanted to go through it. It is something weird about the Thunder. I've never thought about that before, but there is a unique brand to their basketball that for whatever reason isn't the most.
I mean, it was different with Kevin Durant and Russell. Like, you know, they were Serge Ibaka. Like they had some type like it was must see TV.
Well, it's just the way they're beating teams is the only reason why I say that. Like I've seen really good teams not be super exciting, but the way they're blowing out teams, you'd expect it to look a certain way. But
at least like with the Nuggets, like you can get like Aaron Gordon to make things high flying sometimes.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean. So it's like you have that. Like with them, it's like I mean, yeah, it's very very fundamental. But that's what I said. It's not even the Spurs boring. Like it's under the Spurs type of boring. Like it's like, all right, like I really don't want to waste my time watching y'all. And like I said, I could just be a hater. Like I said, I like Shea. I like what he does. You know, some of the other Jalen, he's streaky. Chet has, his games and everything like that. But I would much rather turn on a TV show than to watch them. And that's just me speaking. Like I said, you can, for whatever reason, it's just I have no interest in watching them at all.
Well, don't let hopefully Thunder Media Airwaves don't catch this one. And then they'll come for you, I'm sure. The SGA for MVP narrative.
I mean, and I think he's gonna win MVP. Like I hope he does. Like I wish nothing but the best for him, but I really do not want to watch them.
Fair enough. I'll do it tonight though, and it's not the Thunder. You do got Timberwolves Warriors. That one 2-1. Minnesota leads it.
Oh, 2-1?
Yeah. Minnesota leads it. This one, yeah. Minnesota leads it.
It was the Wolves had me nervous last night. I mean the night before. Like I thought for sure they were going to lose that one, and they kind of snapped out of it. I mean the Warriors didn't really have any threes and were still dominating, which is crazy. I'm gonna go Warriors. I'm gonna make it interesting. I believe the Wolves will win, but I want the Warriors to.
It'd definitely be more interesting. But again, I'm with no Curry. It's just really tough. And there is a chance that maybe out for the series, although that is not confirmed. He'll get reevaluated come Wednesday. And then from Wednesday, they'll decide what it looks like. But that being said, we'll throw out the break here. Don't Punt Hour to Marty Pierson-El, Harrison Arns. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
You grew up on cereal for breakfast and you graduated into drinking coffee at some point as an adult. Now there's a place in Lincoln where you can stay caffeinated but eat like you used to. Control Coffee and Cereal Bar brings Saturday morning vibes to every day with locally roasted specialty coffees, Lotus energy drinks, and tons of breakfast cereals with toppings. And did we mention they have video games to play while you're there too? Control Coffee and Cereal Bar open 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the weekends at 15th and Pine Lake.
Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start a new career. Apply today at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships, one with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, Apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
All right, welcome back in. Final segment, Don't Punt Hour. DeMornay Pierson-El, Harrison Arns, and wrapping things up here with a little bit of NFL since it's been a while since we've talked about that. DeMornay Pierson-El, I want to ask you, give me the rookies you were most excited about watching in this upcoming NFL season. And if you want to be biased with it, you got at least got a fair reason to. But I'll let you go first.
The rookies that I'm most excited about watching.
Yeah. Ashton Genty's certainly on there for me.
That is a good question. You making me really think.
Yeah, and obviously these guys are going to.
I got a question. Does JJ McCarthy is he still considered a rookie?
You could put him in there.
I'm interested to see how he is, just because I mean it's year 2, but 2 years into a system, anticipation and everything like that. I'm anxious to see how he does. Travis Hunter, I'm anxious to see how he plays on both sides, and I think I don't think dudes will hate him exactly, but just what the freedom he will have, and the belief behind that organization in him. It's interesting to see how dudes will trash talk him and kind of go at him, and I want to see what that is on both sides.
Oh yeah, because Dion's got the same thing.
So
they're both good players, best players, walking into the draft, flashy, both in their own ways. But
I mean, but it's like with him, it's like, how can you hate him? Because he doesn't talk. It'd be different if he was kind of having a big headed persona. Like, it would be easier for you to kind of hate him a little bit more. But
he keeps it on the field. Like, we'll see something, but it's not going to be anything off the field.
Like when he pops off his mouth, like it's warranted. Like it's like I wanted you to kind of say something and react. That is, I kind of want to see how Abdul Carter is.
Yeah, that was going to be mine. I want to see how.
With you having the guts to ask for LT's number, like you better, do something.
He reminds me like Aiden Hutchinson, not in terms of style, but just a guy you feel really good about. Like he's going to go in there year one and put some numbers up.
Hopefully.
That's why I'm thinking he's on my list.
You gotta think like what week in and week out in their conference, like what is an easy game for them? Like you got to go against Saquon and Jalen Hurts. That ain't easy. You got to go against Dak, and I mean, probably the Cowboys are probably the easiest matchup. I mean, and then again, it's like, are they really when you got CD and George Pickens? And you can say what you want to say about the running back room. I mean, you got two, I think solid running backs still in there. They revamped their offensive line. That's not easy. Playing Dak, I don't think will be easy. And then you got, you're playing both teams that went to the NFC Championship in your conference. That ain't easy. So you're
loaded.
You're playing both teams twice. So I think Abdul Carter is definitely somebody I want to see, and I don't just want to pick all of the top pick guys. I want to see the kid out of Texas with Green Bay. I want to see how he responds. I think his success depends on how healthy the quarterback is. We've seen it consistently, like him being hurt. So that hurts. That will hurt him. Let's see. I'm interested to see how Baltimore and their 2 first-round safeties. I want to see Stark and I want to see Hamilton. I want to see how they kind of coexist. They're different types of players, but they're one and the same at the same time. They're both ball hogs. But
I think we'll get a good look at Hampton too. Marion Hampton out of North Carolina. Jim Harbaugh, though, is the reason why I say that. For how good he was at UNC, I think he'll get his opportunities for sure with the Chargers.
That draft pick pisses me off the most out of all of the first round.
Why? Because they didn't think this is a lot of good back.
You have Najee, who under let's be honest, a terrible or a mediocre offensive line, goes for 1,000 yards each and every year. Yeah. And instead of he hasn't been, you can say, he's been bigger than what he is. He doesn't look healthy. He wasn't hurt 4 years straight, 1,000 yard each and every year, and that's not easy to do. From the running back, position and everything like that. You go and pick him up, and yet you draft a running back like that. Like that one pissed me off. Like I was not excited, about that. You could have got the receiver out of Texas, because I think he was still on the board still. Mm-hmm. You were complaining about your receiver, dropping balls from TCU. So that pick pissed me off the most out of the first round.
Well, let's talk about that once more then, as we got to wrap things up here. Good morning, Pierson-El. Appreciate it as always. Spare time, couple of Husker Bowlers up next. Don't go anywhere.